A dramatic move late today. The House of Representatives voted to hold Attorney General William Barr and Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross in criminal contempt of Congress for withholding subpoenaed documents from the Oversight Committee. As NBC News points out, the vote marks, quote, just the second time in American history that an American attorney general had been found in criminal contempt, the first being Eric Holder 7 years ago. The subpoenaed documents that Barr and Ross withheld are about the administration's failed effort to add a citizenship question to the census, and they could reveal the president's ulterior motive, perhaps, in waging that census fight. According to the New York Times, Democrats believe, quote, that the administration's long-stated rationale for collecting the data to better enforce the Voting Rights Act was merely a cover for a politically motivated attempt to eliminate non-citizens from population statistics used to allocate political representation, diminishing Democratic power. What comes after the Supreme Court rejected the administration's argument that the citizenship question was necessary, ruling that their justification seems to have been contrived. I'm joined right now by Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz of Florida, who serves on the House Oversight Committee. Congresswoman, it's great to have you on. Can you figure out what the Trump people were up to in including that citizenship question? What was their political dream here?
Well, it certainly wasn't what Secretary Ross testified under oath. Which was that the sole reason he said that they wanted the citizenship question on the census was to enforce the Voting Rights Act. And President Trump himself basically outed Secretary Ross as a liar last week when he said publicly that the purpose was for partisan gerrymandering. And, we had two cabinet officials defy bipartisan congressional subpoenas, and the administration is not above the law. And so we have to use every tool at our disposal to be able to use the oversight authority that we have to get answers to the questions. Because if this was really about partisan gerrymandering, if the documents that have been revealed, which we know have said that what the administration was really trying to do was suppress Hispanic representation and make sure that brown people weren't represented the way they should be based on their numbers, then we had to do this.
So the purpose was to scare people who have some people in the family or in the household who were undocumented not to participate and thereby reduce the number of people being counted in that area.
Right. There's a reason, Chris, that it's been 70 years since a citizenship question has been on a census. And I was at the hearing when we had Secretary Ross there. And, very clearly, we pointed out that you don't need a citizenship question to enforce the Voting Rights Act. You don't need we have smaller surveys that they do where they include it now. But, the president himself said last week that it was partisan gerrymandering that was their real motive. He outed his own cabinet secretary. And you can't. We've been trying to get documents. The Oversight Committee's role is to make sure that we can get to the bottom of the motivations of the administration. That's why our founding fathers set up three branches of government. It's our job in Congress to get answers to questions. It's the administration's job to answer them.
It's legitimate, but Trump, the president, is telling Wilbur Ross, don't participate. Don't answer their subpoena. Don't ignore them, basically. Look, that's an amazing statement.
This contempt vote allows us to, it's a criminal contempt resolution, and now it allows us to go to court and enforce our subpoena authority.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.